Okay, so we are well into the draft of the second game now. Almost the same bands as last time. LD and Death Prophet banned out by Nottingham. Invoker and the Respect Beastmaster ban coming out to Surrey.
Radiant team pick.
You know, Nottingham had first pick. Surrey decided to ban out Beastmaster, and that just meant that OD this time goes the way of Nottingham, and they're going to continue their draft in a similar fashion with the Vengeful Spirit, the Oracle Anti-Mage. An interesting first two picks from Surrey. They obviously just want to
10 seconds remaining.
Double down on some comfort heroes that they think they can have a big impact with this game. The Anti-Mage, often a hero that team one game behind in a series might come back for. To try and just secure that win and even out. They're going to pick up the Zeus for their mid lane, which they banned last game, but are less scared of this time. Nottingham to ban out the Nyx and the Pugna, two of the better OD counters. Spectre and Disruptor taken away by Surrey. And Surrey now eating into their reserve time, and they end up taking the Witch Doctor, so that's their support combo, the Oracle and the Witch Doctor. It's better than the Bounty Hunter Dazzle of last game, I'd say that for sure. A lot more damage, potential burst from the Oracle, and obviously the physical from Witch Doctor. Death Ward as well. Void, always a good combo with the OD. Wouldn't be surprised to see the OD pick up the Dragon Lance this game just to get some more hits off into the Chronosphere. And would you just look at this, the TI4 Classic Void Skyrath picked up by Nottingham. They've got no qualms with running that.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Now, just over a minute of reserve time left for both teams.
Reserve time.
An offlaner required for Surrey here. They're going to ban out the Slog themselves, which I don't think would have been the pickup from Nottingham, but you know, what do I know? So probably a safe laner needed by Nottingham, although they could put the OD safe lane and run basically whatever they wanted mid, even another Viper if they wanted to be. If they wanted to be like that, they would be a little bit low on control and maybe a little bit low on burst as well. Obviously they do have the Skyrath, but they would just like a better source of big damage from somewhere. Normally the Sven would be the answer, but not a very good combo into the Void. I wouldn't mind seeing the Queen of Pain this game. Queen of Pain can go mid, get a reasonably timed Orchid, and get a couple of kills onto the Anti-Mage before he manages to get up Manta. I think that could work out very well for Nottingham. They do need to figure out something to do with the AM. They are obviously going to have the Chrono into Mystic Flare. Nottingham thinking about their last ban. Just going to take out the Tide Hunter, which I think is pretty sensible.
Team pick.
Last game didn't really have a huge impact, but is strong regardless and has potential for a much bigger impact, I'd say, this game with these three, with the AM, the Zeus and the Witch Doctor. The AM I didn't really mention before, potentially quite good against the OD, but OD also good against the Anti-Mage as well, seen as the Arcane Orb is pure damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Still a minute of reserve time left for Surrey for them to decide what they want to put in their off lane here. They are going to want to run a defensive tri lane, I assume, just to keep the anti-mage safe. The last thing that they want really is for the anti-mage to struggle with farm in any way at all. Unlikely that the Void would be able to contest too much, so anti-mage probably not going to struggle.
Dire team pick.
And it's going to be a bristle. This is a... not a good one, I don't think.
A place for you in America.
Very, very low on control this draft overall, even though the clockwork, not really flavour of the month right now. I would have much preferred to see a clockwork or even a centaur, a slardar, anything with some kind of control, because the best that Surrey have got for control right now is the Witch Doctor Cask, and that is not a position that you want to be in. Super unreliable stun, and now Bristleback just hoping to be able to find people with, I don't know, just slows. Nottingham looking like they are much more comfortable with their draft this time. Bristleback feels just like a kind of desperation pick. It's not even like it really combos up with anything else either. There's no minus armor strats going on here, really. This game, a lot riding on the anti-mage. Basically everything riding on the anti-mage having a good game.
10 seconds remaining.
Zeus, a nice hero to try and do decently in the mid lane, but the last pickup from Nottingham is the Clinks. Clinks potentially could go for an Orchid. We don't really see it too much anymore, but we tend to see him go for the Desert, but we do quite often tend to see the Clinks partnered with Queen of Pain or some other Orchid carrier or silencer. You have the silence from Skyrath. And as last game, we do have a disconnect or two. Sorry about that, fans. Just fix that. Okay, so Bristleback is going to reconnect out. If we run through the two teams we have. LRM on the Faceless Void. Can I go back to bed, please? I can't remember who this actually is. I presume this is someone that's normally on the team. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of whoever it is that plays safe lane on Nottingham. But anyway, can I go back to bed, please, on the Clinks? Vengeful Spirit, once again being played by Cook My Sock. I see this basically every game that Nottingham play. Usually goes fairly well for him. QVQ on the Skyrath Mage and Joff on the OD. Surrey, once again, Tyro on the off lane. TP's out. He's going to be able to get the block with the Observer Ward. Bristle, thinking about it, actually uses the Sentry instead. So yeah, Bristleback, Tyro. Bristleback played by Tyro. Patibo on the Zeus. Eva on the Anti-Mage. Incandenza on the Oracle. And Renaga on the Witch Doctor.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's get rid of that. Bristleback is hanging around by the top rune here. I don't know if they're going to save bot for Zeus. Faceless Void taking a lot of damage right now. Does actually manage to snatch the rune and just time walks up the hill, so double runes for Nottingham there. Zeus already behind in the mid lane, and Odie not going to make this easy for him. Anti-mage with the metal mask on bot. Interesting cosmetics. Golden bashes. No talisman ferried out to OD is very, very low on regen against the Zeus here. I imagine that he'll want to bring his salve out to himself, or he's going to struggle a little bit. He's obviously a level ahead at the moment, so we'll be able to trap up the Zeus, but not going to make too much difference. We'll not even get a deny out of it. So Zeus going to be fairly comfortable in this lane at the start. Already more than halfway to his bottle. Has to use the clarity just to let him get a few more outlining spams. Void being zoned pretty well at this stage by the Oracle. The Oracle with the Orb of Venom. Oracle obviously nice attack animation. Damage is pretty low. And now Anti-Mage doing a lot of damage with those right clicks. The mana break at level 1. Now they're both going to come out from Witch Doctor. Both the offlaners suffering here. Bristleback yet to find a single point of XP. But now the equilibrium has gone kind of wrong. Surrey in the bot lane. Void close to level 3 from that. We'll be able to pick it up from this next creep. Top lane Skywrath still trying to get up in the Bristleback's face. Bristle's struggling. Might even want to go for the Iron Talon here. Not ideal on the Bristleback, but needs to find some farm and levels from somewhere, and this camp might be the only place he can do it. Check on the CS. Odie not struggling at all, keeping up with the Zeus. I do like the magic stick here. That's when I was saying lacking on regen, I wasn't really accounting for the magic sticks. That will help a little bit, but harass from Zeus not really anywhere near enough. Witch Doctor trying to get a stack, but Radiant Camps, god damn it! How do they work? Bristle manages to find level 2 up here, so as the first point into the Bristleback. Still no first blood this game, not really any attempts from either side. The Void did get kinda low, he's up at level 3 now. Goes to the side shop to buy a ring, but you can't buy a ring there. Now top lane, Bristleback going to be in a lot of trouble. Vengeful Spirit is going to get in front of the Bristle and almost looked like Vengeful was lagging there. Failed the block. Bristle pops the Fairy Fire just in case there's any more searing arrows coming out from the Clinks, but the wave now going to push towards Bristle's tower, so he shouldn't be going back right now. He's going to miss XP if he goes all the way back to base. Odie imprisons the Zeus and grabs the bounty for himself. It's an Arcane Rune here, bot. Oracle is going to guard that for the Zeus, and that's a very, very nice one for him to pick up. But now, Clink's top. Waiting for the Bristle to come back. Has the TP. Should be using it just about now. He's missing basically 2 creep waves worth of XP. We'll be able to catch the rest. Now, 3 hanging around mid. Zeus has seen it. Presumably worse smoke to that, but Skyra and Venge will pop out of it and having a very, very hard time for levels. We're basically trying to leave the Clinks alone, so I imagine that you can get a fast level 6 and get that death pack, but it's meant that Bristle has managed to find quite a few levels Then just found nothing at all. They're trying to do as much damage as they can to the bristleback here. The strafed searing arrows, the last Q from Skywrath Mage will take out the bristleback for first blood. Revenge gets taken out by the Zeus. The moment he hits level 6, I think. The incessant pings out from the bristleback make the ult happen. So it does end up being a 1-for-1. Zeus commits the first ult for that, so he's going to be happy to do it. Zeus now with a level 3 lightning bolt, so the harass potential onto OD slowly increasing. Should probably be spamming out a little bit more against the OD whilst he's got the last of that arcane rune, but he's just going to go and pick up another from top. Poor Venge, still only level 1. The cost of trying to give a lot to your carry, just support's falling very, very far behind. Bot lane,
Which doctor am I?
I haven't really looked in a while.
Top's gone missing.
Boy's taking a lot of damage from AM, but we'll just time walk some of that off. AM pops us out of his own. Already has the treads. Farming up very nicely here. 43 and 13. A very good CS so far. Bristle potentially going to be in trouble again. The stun going to come out immediately from the Venge. They're going to try and get in front of him. Don't get there quite yet. They get out the silence. Ideally they should have used that earlier to try and... Oh! Venge actually goes down to the tower, and from the quill spray there. Kind of sloppy execution there from Nottingham. Really, they should have used the silence to amplify the damage of the arcane bolts and probably the Venge stun, but they end up chasing the bristleback all the way under the tower, and it just feeds him a kill. Venge really needs to find some levels. 520 health is not going to be enough. AM dives bot with the Oracle.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They'll
attack.
take out Void, and this game going much better for Surrey so far. Both their mid and their safe lane farming well. The off lane gets fed a kill by the Venge, still very low on levels, but in theory still okay. I think the most important thing for Nottingham now is just going to be making sure that the OD and the Clink stay on track for their items, and that they have a plan to deal with the AM. Then should be able to catch up just by participating in a couple of kills and maybe clearing a stack somewhere. There is this large camp stacked just the once.
I'll take that.
OD now up to level 8. That's a 3 into Arcane Orb, 1 into Essence. Gonna try and turn, maybe, onto the Zeus. Pops the regen rune, and Zeus not gonna want to use an ult to cancel that. Now, Zeus doing a lot of damage to the OD. There's 2 behind him, the Witch Doctor and the Oracle, but I think they'll get spotted here across the river, so not a very subtle gank from the Surrey side. AM now has the Perseverance, so working quickly towards the Battle Fury. Extremely good CS. If not perfect, then very, very close. Venge finally getting a chance to sap some XP. Top. Void does have the Chronosphere now, so if he can position one where the OD can attack into it, should be able to kill off this anti-mage, and it's probably what they should be focusing on at this stage. We'll see what they decide to do. Nottingham playing surprisingly passively, only really trying to get any damage out to the bristleback. Happy to leave the Zeus and the AM alone, and leaving AM alone, not a strategy that works out fantastically in general. AM chasing the Void through the trees a little bit. Void just picking up the Tranquil so he can stay in lane for a little longer. Picks up the Ring of Regen, so I can only assume that he'll be going for the Vlads as soon as possible. Bristleback and Oracle sat around here top. There's a gank coming in. The Witch Doctor and the Zeus are here and they want to take out this Clinks. Oracle not in range for any spells right now. The Q goes out onto Venge, and will they actually see the Clinks here? They do just see him. The Haste Rune. Zeus manages to chase out. Oh, and Faceless Void uses the Time Walk over the top of the trees, but then doesn't have enough mana for the Chronosphere. And two Radiant Heroes will TP out. A fairly clean pair of kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Clinks did make a good effort to juke away into the trees there, but the amount of AoE vision that the Zeus's Lightning Bolt gives, AoE True Sight, a little bit more than the Clinks was expecting. OD sat on power treads right now. He's going to be going in for the drum. So just trying to get a little bit more manoeuvrable, a little bit more survivable. But now the AM going to walk into the Skywrath. No jukes here. Silence is available and now OD has arrived, but now the cask bouncing between both. One more right click on the Skywrath, not quite enough. Zeus trying to do some damage to the OD. OD commits the ult just to take out the Witch Doctor, and OD gets popped by the AM in the end. A Witch Doctor. Oh, and now Void. What's going on up here? Clinks. They are going to manage to catch the Zeus here, so Clinks is down and Oracle calls at the other side. Ben's trying to do some damage there to slow from the time dilation, and whoo 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 whoo! Clinks. A lot of damage with the max Searing arrows.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This game from both sides. Well, this game from Nottingham seems a lot sloppier than it was before. Looked like they had everything down in the first game, but kind of hemorrhaging a few unnecessary kills so far, but Clinks. Maybe did save the day a little bit. Then has found a way up to level 4. Has the Claymore now, so only needs the Broadsword to finish off that Battle Fury. So getting very, very close, but against the Void, against the Clinks. Oh, OD pops the Zeus in the mid lane with the help of the Skywrath. Pretty reasonable damage.
A gift from the goddess.
Now Void hanging around on the side. Doesn't have mana for a Chronosphere here, so not entirely sure what he's planning to do. The Searing arrows, just the one enough to scare the AM away, but 4v4 down here. Zeus still dead and OD still mid. Has the drum and another 200 gold. Link's gonna save the death pact for it, just so he can make sure he has it if the fight does break out. But lots of people hanging around bot and nobody committing for anything, and AM just happy to TP away and push top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nottingham's still not doing anything about this. I guess they must be waiting for the Chronosphere, which is up now. I'm sure they know that there are more heroes behind waiting to save anyone that gets caught. They'll probably want to catch the Oracle in the Chrono if possible, but inaction from Nottingham. OD does move towards top.
Is under attack.
Forces the anti-mage away temporarily at least, but AM shouldn't be too scared here. And now bot lane, Chronosphere did come out onto the Zeus. They will take him down in the end. A slow going out onto Bristleback. Then pops a smoke to try and get away, but I think maybe that was a misclick. Bristleback does manage to take out Faceless Void. Needs to be careful. Venge. Goes down to the Oracle. Didn't realise the Oracle was chasing. So ends up being a 2 for 2, but it's the Zeus. The Zeus and the Bristleback well worth the Venge and the Void, I think. Anti-Mage forced away from top, but now the Battle Fury just about ready. No ancient stacks or anything like that for him just yet, but will be a little while until he'd be able to farm them anyway. Still a little bit of time to
Radiant's
prepare.
top tower is under attack.
Now Clinks using the strafe up at level 3.
Radiant structures
Try and do
are
some damage to
fortified.
this bot tier 1.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Should be able to finish this off on his own. Zeus
Radiant's
has
bottom
moved in
tower
and
is under attack.
just out of deny range. 2 damage away. All as planned from Clinks, I'm sure. Void jumps up the hill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
AM, quick reactions, gets away from that. Has the cell furried out for him just so he can continue farming. Void finds an Arcane Rune. OD waiting to get a kill onto the Bristle, and now Bristle is going to be very, very dead, I think. He's got 91 max mana. Clinks finds the anti-mage with that. Oh, doesn't even have the Orchid pickup yet, but OD uses the ult, slams down the hammer on the AM
Radiant's
top.
middle tower
Sorry,
is
onto
under
the
attack.
Bristleback top.
Dire's
And that was
bottom
just the
tower is under attack.
Ancient Seal, the Mystic Flare, and some right
Radiant's
clicks
middle
from
tower
Clinks, and
has
now
fallen.
he is going to have the Orchid flying out. And things are going to get hard for the AM now. I said that I wanted an Orchid carrier. I was saying Queen of Pain, but
Dire's
Clinks
bottom tower is under
getting the job
attack.
done. Has the Orchid up.
Dire's structures are fortified.
A little bit, a tiny bit late at
Radiant's
17
middle
minutes
tower
in,
is
but
under attack.
also has the
Dire's
treads.
bottom tower is under attack.
And now Clinks just going to be on
Radiant's
the
top
hunt.
tower is under attack.
Probably just going to walk up to
Dire's
this
bottom tower has fallen.
tier 1 and finish it off.
Radiant structures
No chance
are
for a deny.
fortified.
I think the mid tower went down, so they've got another fortified here. Not going to let the deny happen.
Radiant's
Void
bottom
just jumps
tower
over the
is
trees and
fortified.
takes that. Zeus does have the ult here if you want to find the Clinks. But I don't know if they've actually got any way to get on top of him. AM is just going to blink towards the OD. OD very high on mana right now. Not really at risk from a big mana void or anything. And Oracle just going to TP away towards the mid lane. They're going to give up on this fight, but only the Bristleback left. Unlikely that they want to commit a Chronosphere just for the Bristle at this stage. Clinks stalking down the Bristle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not really a kill he can get on his own, and top tier 1 will be going down pretty much for free here.
Dire's
no
top
contest.
tower has fallen.
Void has the remainder of the Vlad sat in
Radiant's
base.
bottom tower
Something
is
flying
under
out
attack.
for OD will be
Radiant
the bit
structures
booster,
are
so
fortified.
going for the Rod of
Dire's top
Atos.
tower is under attack.
Clinks strafing on the tower. 4 staff wildly along the stairs from the Zeus. Gonna pull the creeps to the side. Clinks eats a melee. All 5
Dire's
dire
top
heroes
tower
are
is
down
under
here.
attack.
Nottingham want to find this fight. 3,000 gold advantage to them overall, but meanwhile they're losing top lane to the AM. Oh! OD! No mercy. Absolutely wipes out the Witch Doctor. And now that turns this into a 5v3. Anti-Mage takes loads of damage from the tower for some reason. Gonna move over and farm some neutral, seeing as he doesn't want to risk being there any longer. Bot lane, there's still a Chronosphere. There's obviously no blink to get in as close as the Void would like.
Tower is under attack.
Zeus throwing down lightning bolts to try and find the Clinks, I assume. Stood quite far back right now.
Dire's middle
Looking for
tower
people in
is
the
under
trees.
attack.
And they're happy to just let the
Dire's top
AM
tower is
take the
under
tier
attack.
2. This is a really bad trade for Nottingham. All they've found so far is the
Dire's
Witch
top
Doctor, and they're
tower
pushing
has
them.
fallen.
Tier 2 very, very slowly. Don't know if they'll be able to find anything else at the end. All they managed to find is the Bristleback. OD can't get in range at the edge. And now a lot of damage goes out onto LRM, but it's kind of wasted because the time warp comes off. OD uses the drum charge to try and get away, and it'll just be a 1-for-1. Tier 2 for Tier 2. Bristleback for Venge. But Anti-Mage just allowed to farm for as long as he wants. Top found his way to 160 CS. Double anyone else in the game, and 1500 net worth above the Clinks. And Nottingham, the draft, probably not working as intended right now. I imagine they would want to be further ahead than this if possible. Vlad's still in base for the Void. I want to try and take on Roshan here, but Zeus pops the ult just for vision, I think. We will see this happening, but there's no committed movement over just yet. Witch Doctor is going to go for the D ward, but Roshan just going down tremendously fast. Oh, he will just want to get out of here. OD drops the GG Nortalis, picks up the Aegis, and maybe now is the time for Nottingham. Clinks, since picking up this Orchid, hasn't done any hunting for the Anti-Mage at all. The playstyle of the Clinks and his item build here kind of contradicting each other. If he wanted to join up with the team, just push down some lanes, I don't really see why he wouldn't just go for the Desolator, but obviously he's going to be going for it now. But this time, whilst he's got an Orchid and the Anti-Mage has no Manta, should be time when Clinks is hunting him down, but instead he's grouping up with the team. The Orchid not going to do too much when just standing as 5 and trying to push down towers. Again, the Deso should do a lot more, but he's only 800 gold or something away from the Deso now. Smoke is popped. Venge and OD are wandering through the jungle. They want to try and find AM, but there's no way they're going to find him here. He's have to be crazy to not blink away from this. He's just going to be heading towards mid. He's trying to juke and jive. The creeps full spotting, and now maybe him. Okay, so he is crazy. He stuck around for a very, very long time there. Orchid goes out whilst he's still in the chrono just to make sure he can't get a blink afterwards, and OD with the pure damage. Anti-Mage taken down very, very fast. And I mean, the line was, or an area on the map was drawn out by Oracle. Like, they're in this zone, they're going to be moving towards you, be careful. And what he does is just blink towards a tier 3 and try and cut the creeps. Anti-Mage punished for his hubris. I like the 4-staff here on the Skyrath, by the way. I didn't mention this yet, but allowing people to get away from the Bristleback, there's basically no control whatsoever. And Bristleback, the only thing you can do is chase people down, try and get some Quill Spray stacks up and slow them with the goo, and just being able to get people away from that, and even out of range of the Death Ward once that's cast as well. The 4-staff potentially a valuable item. And a nice little bit of itemization. OD with the Aegis, trying to do a little bit of damage to the tower. OD, the one problem with this hero, as OP as he is right now, is that doesn't really contribute too much to a push. Does, with the Essence Aura, allow a little bit of spam out from his allies with their abilities, but unless there's someone else which has a good tower pushing ability, like I guess Edict or something, not really going to do a great deal. And the push just so very slow from Nottingham. No sign of Chronosphere yet, and AM happy to just move that bot. Now he's got a Manta style, and that Orchid, what's this for now? Use it on the Oracle. Deso is going to be coming out, so finally this push is going to speed up.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
But this is, again, the Anti-Mage gets a tier 2 in a lane that he's pushing before Nottingham take out their own with 5
Radiant's
heroes
middle
there.
tower
1
has
hero
fallen.
pushing faster than 5 right now.
Dire's bottom tower is
And I
under
don't know
attack.
how they're going to kill the anti-mage anymore. The Orchid isn't going to do it. And the stuns, all they've really got is the Chronosphere to properly lock him down. In theory, should be able to blink away from a dodge, man to dodge the Venge stun. OD TP back to base, see what the OD wants to pick up next. I'd like to see an attack speed item on him, just to make sure the damage is coming out at a reasonable rate. Clinks is now doing some pretty reasonable damage with the Desolator. The Searing Chains, the Searing Searing Arrows, also physical damage, so will be amplified by the Desolator. Clinks is here at the front, maybe wants to take someone out to the backlines, and Witch Doctor just goes down in 2 hits! Doesn't need anything else. Clinks is taking too much damage here, and Zeus will take him out. Actually gets to Clinks and the Venge there. Void is here at the side, but gets the Chronosphere onto 2 there. Oracle goes down, Zeus goes down, it turns into 3. Anti-Mage is lingering around, but there's nothing he can add to this fight. So, kind of sloppy play from Clinks, but Void and OD very much making up for it, and still not really any sign of a push without the Clinks. We've seen that it's extremely, extremely slow. Blink now up on Void, so he will be able to position for the Chronospheres a little bit better. I've actually gone for the point booster, and I do really like the Aghanim Scepter Faceless Void. I mean, in theory, every time that there's a Chronosphere available, that should be a kill onto AM, and ideally killing AM every minute as opposed to every 2. Ideal, I'd say. So the potential for the big plays from Void is he's coming. OD going for an ultimate orb here. Don't know what this is going to be for. Doesn't have anything really to block with the Lincolns.
Invisibility.
Okay, so it's going to be for the sheep. Yeah, my bad. Bristleback probably going to be getting wrecked mid here. No swap back though. They saw the Venge and the Clinks in the invis next to the Sentry Warden. Bristle just wanders away. Going for the Crimson card. Clinks gets sneezed on and gets the hell out of there. Nottingham very scared of something. I don't know what. Venge takes quite a bit of damage from the Zeus ult, but now top lane AM has already used the Mantle, but he's silenced out again. OD gets the kill once more. OD 8-1 and 2. Wicked 6 streak. And now they finally managing to get a little bit of punish out onto the AM, who, although still at the top of the net worth, has now died 3 times. And when you're at this stage of the game on the AM, he's been playing kind of the strategy or the tactic or whatever quite well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You know, being in lanes, cutting creep waves, not caring what the rest of his team do as long as it's not going too horribly. But then when people have come to gank him, he's just been either overconfident or just completely lacking in map awareness.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And dying bot lane when he should have known that heroes were coming for him. Top, I'm not really sure what happened there. I think he planted off the Orchid and then got silenced by Scarab afterwards. And now OD doesn't have the Aegis anymore. He's going to drop the ult before he goes down, and that actually makes for a triple kill. Oracle, Witch Doctor and Bristleback all taken down. Witch Doctor actually gets 1,000 gold out of that. Void has a gem. I don't know if he stole that. Yeah, taken from Oracle. And now they need to be Anti-Mage needs to be very, very careful. Oh, he blinks into 4! Again! Way too confident. He thought he could maybe take down the Void fast there, or maybe get a, I don't know, get a Mana Void out onto the Skyrath for some splash damage. Jumps in there, maybe just panics or can't find the target. Has already used the Manta, so can't get out of the Ancient Seal, and goes down again, and now he doesn't have buyback. Death Ward is channeled from the Witch Doctor. It's from the top of the hill and will take out the Void, and they're gonna just leave the gem behind. The support's thinking about turning around for it, but now this isn't the position they want to be in. Force Staff forwards onto the Bristleback. Don't know who has that, it's the Zeus. And now they're going to take out the Venge as well.
If you were me, you'd still be alive.
Once again, sloppiness from Nottingham. They took a very convincing fight. They obviously lost the OD, but got 4 kills for it after getting the AM, and then they just get picked off by the Witch Doctor and the Zeus. Not ideal. But still a reasonable lead in both XP and gold. AM's farm being slowed down significantly because of the 2 deaths in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Has a Skull Basher available now. So apparently wants to get involved in some team fights with this, but so far we've obviously only really been seeing the split push. He tried to, the last time he tried to get involved in a team fight up on this spot here, didn't go well. Hex up now for the OD, so life getting increasingly difficult for the Anti-Mage. Now this, in theory, if Nottingham play it right, should just be a Void, blinking over to the back lines, Chronosphere and people at the back. Anyone at the front should get taken out by the OD with the Hex and the Rod of Atos and all that stuff.
Illusion!
And then Clink should be able to clear up everyone else. Hasn't already died in the front, it's probably the Sanity's Eclipse and the Mystic Flare, and now Ro16 goes down once again. It's going to be picked up by the OD. Has the gem on himself now. This is an interesting little play, putting the gem on the AM. Really doesn't want to get caught by the Clinks coming in. But Clink's going for, I guess, a heart? Oh, the Dire. Backing off up to the where the top tier 2 would have been. And I guess they just want to go for the slow push all the way around.
He's mine.
Hoping to find AM, but he's not going to move up there with all the Nottingham heroes visible. Witch Doctor, despite getting that valuable kill, has only managed to turn it into level 8, whilst Oracle is level 11. Oracle has the mech, but
Haste!
Witch Doctor fallen so far behind. Only the level 1 Death Ward at 34 minutes in is pretty abysmal. Now, the Dire team are arriving, and Anti-Mage hasn't split pushed fast enough. He's even got the haste rune on right now, but it's going to be a while before he gets to that tier 3, and now OD walks up the hill, and Clinks and OD laying into the racks here. There's no fortification for this because they used it last time. OD takes quite a bit of damage, but he's just going to get swapped back, healed up by the Venge.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
One moves back, just the Clinks to try and defend the racks, and they take the range racks and leave. Nottingham, very, very scared of something. Obviously scared of the split push. Now AM moves forwards. He's Clinks up the hill. Can anyone else get in range for anything here? Void's going to blink afterwards. Time walk forwards. They can't actually see the AM right now. They do have time to get the Chronosphere here. Where is it? There it is. Going to cancel. Clinks just about sidesteps that at the end, and Anti-Mage will be going down here. Drops the gem as well. I thought the Clinks was gonna get caught in that Chrono, but perfect placement. Just about sidestepped. And AM down once again. Thought he could stick around and maybe go for something onto the Clinks, but immediately thinks the better of it, tries to back away, and thanks to the Blink Dagger onto the Blink Dagger on the Void, he gets chased down, and now BKB coming out on the OD. Maybe this will finally be enough to convince Nottingham that they can push. I guess this is kind of the psychological impact that playing against an anti-mage can have. You don't want to make a big mistake, you want to play very carefully against an anti-mage, because if you're not paying attention, you know, he can take your racks in no time. You can jump in for a big mana void or whatever. So they're making sure that they're not making any trades that later in the game, now that everything is basically going in their advantage when they go for the base and trying to stop AM from getting anything. But this kind of playstyle in theory does benefit the AM. He wants a slow game where the enemy team is afraid to commit to the base, so he can have more time to farm up, more time to get into the ultra late game. And in theory just split push even faster. Now has an Abyssal Blade, but he's just gonna get killed very fast. He is gonna do a lot of damage. A swap onto the bench, a little bit of damage is gonna be done onto the Zeus, who is trying to be saved by the Oracle right now. Does get a lot of damage comboed into the Chronosphere. OD manages to find a double kill, gets the anti-mage on the side, and no buyback on the AM. Didn't even use the Abyssal Blade there, so Fatlock was good that did for him. Witch Doctor, ult gets cancelled. 70 int stolen on OD right now. Wants to find one more, 75.
That sharp pain you felt was my intellect.
Blinks. Not messing around here. Doesn't want to go for the dive, he's just going to get the racks. And meanwhile, Void and Skywrath going to take out the Zeus. He's going to buy back immediately, but no ult. Ethan Lantern Octarine just not really giving him anything in a situation like this, and that buyback is completely worthless. Immediate dieback. Clinks. Top melee is already gone.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Finished out bottom melee now. Looks like they're going to back off. They know that the Zeus has died back. They know the AM doesn't have buyback if they take him down once more. They just don't want to give any opportunity to feed anything to the AM. Void. The Aghanim Scepter is up. Now, after that push, 3,600 gold, so we'll potentially go for a BKB, some attack speed, whatever. Still 45 seconds without the Zeus. Now, everybody apart from the Clinks, currently mid lane. Now, will they be able to catch anything? Anti-Mage is just blinking past them. Witch Doctor is just gone in no time at all. Avenged done a couple of hits from Void, and now Bristleback swap downhill. Look at how much damage he takes when hit from the front by the OD. Gonna hit him a few more times just for good measure. He will be going down from this, and now we do manage to catch the Oracle in it as well. So Bristleback does somehow survive the roll of that, but OD went out of the Chronosphere. Will finish him off. Anti-Mage has moved back in, uses the Abyssal there onto the Clinks and throws the Mana Void onto him, but he doesn't do anything at all. And in the meantime, Mega Creep's taken. Zeus does manage to get one kill onto the Void. Trying to get the Clinks, gets that as well. Finds, my god, 3,000 gold from that. too little too late. Odie wants to find another, blinks up the hill, gets the sheep out, and a double kill, full to nothing. Witch Doctor gets insta-gibbed with the Sanity's Eclipse. Only the Oracle and the Bristleback able to defend, and Surrey expect them to throw in the towel very soon. Oh, blink forwards on the OD. No mercy from John. My god. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes on the Bristleback now as well. This pipe on the Bristle not achieved a great deal.
Radiant's middle tower
And
has
now
fallen.
swap back onto the Bristle. Will still reflecting some of the damage, but absolutely
Radiant's
wrecked.
middle tower has
Didn't even
fallen.
get a chance to. Did use the pipe and he just got melted through by Mystic Flare. OD finds another Witch Doctor once again. Completely bullied by the OD this game. Surrey. No GG pull for them. They're going to wait until the throne goes down. That's the end of that. The first game, it's almost seemed like two different Nottingham teams playing in both of those games. The first one was super controlled. They had a strat, they worked it straight away. The auras from the Venge and the Beastmaster, the Sven being OP and hitting things. And they took the game in 20 minutes. It took them twice that long to win game 2. Obviously they still won. This is a convincing 2-0 victory from Nottingham. But they seemed like their nerves were a little bit shaken by the AM or something that game. But they ended up just so far ahead. The OD able to just insta-kill the Witch Doctor. Nice itemization, I think. The Void and the Skywrath. So yeah, that's going to be that. Won't waste anyone's time. I am going to be casting another game tonight on this very channel. It's going to be Brunel versus Oxford, which I think I am going to be casting with Henry from Nottingham. And tomorrow at 8 I will be casting UCL versus Southampton. So follow this channel. You can follow me at twitch.tv/maxisonfire. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I will see you all later.